After the significant updates introduced by McLaren in the Miami Grand Prix, the Imola Grand Prix will be the turn of Red Bull and Ferrari. The World Championship team will bring the second seasonal package after the one introduced at Suzuka, but the big news of the weekend is the upgrade that will debut on the Ferrari. The traditional weekend format will also return after two sprints in a row. 2 years ago, the rain had turned the weekend upside down, with Red Bull strong in all conditions thanks to the wide operating window of the RB18. At the moment, the possibility of rain cannot be ruled out for now, even if the forecast gives a more serene climate after the last few days with abundant rainfall. However, the temperature will not be comparable to the Miami Grand Prix, which helped Ferrari heat up its tyres. In this case, the updates in the Red Bull will immediately be called into question to allow Leclerc and Sainz to start as far up front as possible and fight with Red Bull and McLaren in qualifying. Other teams such as Aston Sauber will also bring important packages for their cars, and yeah, on a track more conducive to overtaking like Miami, qualifying was important because of the safety car, which favoured his stop. Lando and Norris would have had great difficulty winning the race, considering the probable narrow gaps between the leading group and the single DRS zone of Imola. Saturday's qualifying is the most important of the year so far. Red Bull improved a lot over the winter in this respect and enjoyed a lead of almost 3/10 over the second with lower temperatures. Ferrari struggled to turn the tyres on, and that could be the case again this weekend. But the upgrades sounded like they worked well in their testing day at Fiorano. The circuit is made up of many medium speed corners, while the slow sections of Tosa, Variante Alta and Ravazza, especially at the Variante Alta, is very important to be able to exploit the curves to maximise lap time. Therefore, engineers will have to find a compromise between load and softness. Red Bull dominates the medium speed sections, and despite Ferrari being the favourites at the start of the 2022 weekend, this weekend too will be very difficult because we've seen the step that McLaren have taken forward, and yeah, Red Bull's under more pressure at any point over the last 18 months. It'll be interesting to see if they can continue their progress. Pirelli will bring the softest compounds in the range for this weekend. C3 and C4 and C5. It still seems like it's going to be a one-stop. Overtaking is very difficult, and it seems like a basic one-stop. It's a high pit stop rate. 30 seconds, I think. So yeah, that kind of reduces the need for any pit stops. Temperatures expected to be around 23-24. The force exerted on tyres is not very high, despite an abrasive asphalt. It's likely to only be a one stop. So yeah, definitely will be an interesting race, and it'll be all about those pit stops, you probably say. The Ferrari will be the hottest topic of discussion over the Imola weekend, despite Vasseur having tried to keep a very low profile by not kind of over-egging the upgrade. The step forward in terms of temperature management will immediately be put to test over qualifying. The possible closeness and performances of Red Bull and McLaren will make Saturday even more fundamental than it already is. It will be absolutely necessary to evaluate the size of the package, whose technicians will be able to benefit from free practice to tune their car. Further back, Aston Martin will bring an important upgrade, they've kind of been dropping back recently, so it'll be an important one for them. And yeah, Sauber as well, obviously becoming Audi soon. They're looking to improve their car just to really get it back to form, it's obviously been a car that's presented Bottas and Joe from scoring so far this season. And yeah, in practice it was Ferrari who looked really strong on Friday, with Red Bull struggling a bit. McLaren looked right there as well. Red Bull kind of need to go back to the drawing board after a tough Friday. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how this weekend pans out. It's definitely looking like Max Verstappen's under a lot more competition at the moment. And before I go, my predictions for this weekend, I'm going to say Charles Leclerc will be on pole. Ferrari, like I said, looked really good on Friday. Fastest in the qualifying pace. And the winner, I'm going to say Verstappen. I think he'll get the win. I think Red Bull over the course of the race will just be slightly too strong. But I think I'm going to say Norris and Leclerc will compete the podium behind them. The two teams kind of seem evenly matched. I don't think Verstappen will have it in his own way. And yeah, with Perez, in that position where he's just not quite as strong as those. And I think even a slight car advantage may not be enough for him to go to the top. So anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily F1 news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.